What's going on, guys? Jake Fischer here. I wanted to go over so this is my first time ever filming a video like this, so don't judge me. I know I look like an idiot with these giant headphones on, but that's how I'm going to be able to hear this video. And I wanted to kind of go over this race that I did literally a year ago. Just getting to editing the video and talking about it. But it was a good race. It was interesting. Some side-by-side action and some defending. So let's get right into it. So this was at MSR Houston, and I'm running T4 and a Miata on the shittiest tires you could probably ever imagine. The worst tires you could probably ever imagine. But we send it, right? I managed, so for this race I pulled off well, I won't tell you that yet. There was two races. This is Saturday. Sunday I didn't have the video recording for that one because of course it got so hot, so the GoPro just decided to kill itself. But we're starting here. I don't know where we qualified at, somewhere in the middle of the pack. And funny enough, actually, the qualifying didn't really work out. Actually, I think I'm starting at the back of the pack. Yeah, because when I did my qualifying, my transponder wasn't working, so none of my qualifying counted. But if I did have the transponder working, I think I would have been in the top 5. But yeah, the car is very old. It's on its like 10th heated cycle tires, but it's the MSR Houston Miata that I rented from a buddy of mine. The engine was very tired. Let's get into it here. So we're starting from the back here. Obviously, warm up the tires just a little bit, just to get a little bit of heat into them. Dropping into second gear, safety car goes off into the pits. Just right side by side next to the Scion, and there are some other cars here that are definitely about 100 horsepower more than me. And I swear, right here, people just jump the start. All right, like there are people already going, and I was actually like, you know what? I'm gonna sit here. I'm gonna play it safe. I'm gonna wait until I see that green flag. But as you can see, these people are already taking off. So whatever, I guess. Green flag goes up, and we are away. Reeling this other Miata into Joe Bone, and then into Carousel. I'm side by side with that Miata's blocking right up. Almost hits that Mazda 3 right in front of him. And I'm side by side with him right now. And I know he's there. I'm not even really looking. I just know he's there. I kind of take a quick peek. I see he's right next to me. He is an STL Miata, so he has more horsepower than me. So I kind of leave him on the straight. We're right next to each other, and I was looking over. I was like, dude, are you going to brake first, or am I going to brake? And I decided to brake first. He had the inside line. I didn't want him to push me off track there, so I decided to just follow him from behind and complete opposite lock. No power steering. Just full on sliding through there, and then I get an RX8 that passes me up to the inside. So now I'm in like 7th position, I think, trying to slip him, but he just has so much more horsepower than me. But he's a little bit heavier than me. But the shitty tires, or the bad tires that I'm on, kind of makes it a little bit difficult. Coming in through sweeper, and I got one right behind me. A little MG comes through the inside. I let him go. RX8 goes off, dive right past him. These RX8s were fast, super fast cars. Throwing the car into a keyhole, right behind this MG. And I'm just like playing, I'm just like, okay, I found my spot now, I'm gonna work my way up through the positions. Going into 4th gear, I got a Scion behind me, that red one I started with in the beginning. Closing the distance on this MG, can't really make a move. So I'm just going to sit behind him, throw the car to 3rd, going out wide, and going in the inside. Get on the power. There we go. I just can't trust those tires. And that is lap 1. We're going to skip ahead here a little bit. This is lap 2 and 3. Right behind the RX-8 and the MG still. And the RX-8 are side by side. Coming into sweeper at the end of the straight, just skipping ahead a little bit. Right here, I see him dive over to the right just a little bit, and I was like, oh no, he's going to dive bomb me 100%. And let me see what I did here. I defended the inside, yep. He kind of messed up my line a little bit, because I didn't know if he was going to hit me or not. Skip ahead just 1 second there. He's still right behind me, didn't make the move on me. Coming over the launch. Just trying to get into the power, trying to keep the car on track. All the way out to the right. Full power. Just trying to reel that RX8, and I catch him here just a little bit. 3rd gear. he locks up, and I don't know what happened here, but I guess my eyes were just focused on him, and I think I locked up too just a little bit, and I threw all the weight to the front of the car, and I turned in, which caused the back end to stick out a bit. So as you can see, he is full opposite lock, and I'm trying to follow him, and I was not supposed to be following him, but I did anyways. But I think I locked up just a little bit, and I managed to make the move on him, and I'm going full opposite lock, but then another RX-8 takes the inside because I locked up just a little bit, went out wide with him. He took the inside and grabbed 2 positions. Really good move from the other RX-8 there. And I'm just completely stabbed the steering wheel the other way. And mind you, drifting a car with no power steering, going slowly, is quite difficult. I was like having to really grab the wheel and make sure the car wasn't gonna completely keep going. And it's hard to drift a car on a race setup. I just managed to just about barely keep it on track. There we go, and we gained a position and lost position. Now we got another RX-8 coming down. I got one behind me, and I still got that red sign on FRS behind me. Going out wide, sticking it in, and then again the FRS right behind me tries to go for a move again. I just see him in my right mirror. I'm like, oh shit, there he is. Just about managed to keep him behind me. So I'm right back to where I was, and now I'm trying to grind back to catching up to this RX-8 now, and that MG. Now mind you, these cars are in a different class. We're in the same category, but each of these cars are different classed. So in this category of class, you will see where I end up. But for me I mean, this car was at the I guess slowest class of the category. This is T4 category, and I don't remember what class I was in. Or at least I think T4 is the category, or maybe T4 is the class. But just trying to give this car all she's got. Trying to keep it on track too. Speed up with just a couple laps here. That RX-8 just left behind. As you can see, these are the other classed cars in the same category. A little blue Miata without its face on, its windshield on. Managed to make a move on him. And now, at this point, I pretty much have no one around me, so it's just about surviving, keeping it on track, being consistent, and holding my position as best I can. was beat to hell. I was tired after this race because it was so hot. This was in May, so this was summertime in South Texas. It was just blasting hot. And when I got off track, I remember, quick side note, my dad handed me a water bottle, a freezing cold, ice cold water bottle. And I was just like, I'm really thirsty, but man, I'm hot. And I wasn't thinking, my brain was cooked. And I opened up my suit, and I took the water and I undid it, and I just poured water down onto my chest, and it hurt so much. It was just burning sensation. I was just like, oh my god, that was a horrible idea, because it was just, my chest and lungs were on fire. And yeah, so lesson learned, don't pour freezing cold water if your body temperature is very hot. So yeah, just drink the water instead. But yeah, I felt like acid was being poured on my chest. But anyways, let's get back into it here. Going through carousel, nice and easy, trying to keep these tires on track. They were tired. And getting up the power too early and just completely going the other way. These tires were just hanging on by a thread. I don't know how they were. I didn't even question. I just looked at them and kicked them. I was like, you know what? These are fine. We'll run it. But yeah, it's just, that was close. As you can see, I bring it back, and I was just shaking my head. This thing's out there. I never thought I'd die in a Miata, but here we are. Passing the MG, another slower one, or not slower, another slower one. A slower one. The other one was really fast. Diamond's Edge. Getting into it on the straight. Money shift it. That is a big thing, because this is a rental car. And here I am, approaching the end of the race here. I'm catching a Porsche Boxster. I never thought I would ever see that car out on there, on the track. I thought that car would just completely smoke me, but he was a new driver, so I guess he just wasn't too familiar. Yeah, on the straightaway, Porsche leaving me out behind a little bit. But in the turns, we catch back up, going through sweeper. Now this was like the second to last lap, and I don't know if you just saw in the mirror there, but someone is coming very quickly, very rapidly. Taking the corners as quickly as possible. That Porsche is taking some lines, going out really wide, making the track longer than it needs to be. And as you just saw right there again, that RX-8 is coming for me. That RX-8 that just about spun in Diamond's Edge, and I followed him, and then I lost a position to another RX-8. Well, that black one is back for revenge. So I'm trying to get past this Porsche as quickly as possible, and then I'm gonna try and hold him off for the last time. So he just lifts or something. I don't know. I thought he was gonna get back into it, so I was just gonna tuck in behind him, but he just lifted, I guess. I don't think he got on brakes. Around him, and that RX-8, man, that RX-8 has a mission to come after me and take my position before the end of the race. And I was just trying to keep the car on track and keep the tires treated. And as you can see, this is the last lap, white flag, and he is just right on my ass, just about. He took a look on the inside there, through Jobo. I just was like, okay, I'm just gonna drive my line. I'm not gonna do anything RX8s and the Miatas in the same class. Had I just had some better tires, I feel like I would have just had such a much better position, an advantage. Or if I just bought my own. But I had rented that car, and yeah, it's just trying to keep my license renewed with the SCCA, and it just, yeah. But yeah, that was my time at MSR Houston. The next day, Sunday, so that was Saturday, I did pull off a P3 finish. I wish I had that recorded, but it was a pretty simple race. I got the transponder to work, and I qualified P3, and I stayed in P3, and then that was the end of that. But thankfully I got this footage. But if you like this kind of content and you want to stick around for more, why not hit subscribe and like this video, and I'll see y'all in the next one. Thanks for watching.